So tonight I just thought we would chat about a few things. I've got a few things written down that I'd like to go through, and then obviously this is a space for all of you guys to ask questions at the end as well. Share wins, challenges, anything like that, because this is our little own team get together, and I think we should all feel really confident and safe now with what we share and what we all talk about. So we're halfway through the month, so this is a really good time, or we're actually over halfway through the month now, but it's a really good time just to go back to your goals that you've set at the beginning of the month. Hopefully you've all got goals set, and not just personal goals but team goals as well, for those of you who have team. I'd definitely be recommending that you have a personal customer goal, you have a personal team goal of the amount of teamies that you want to bring on each month, and then you have an overall customer total that you want for your team, and then an overall team total that you want for all of your team to be bringing on new people as well. And what I realised at NMD school was that I wasn't actually tracking so much as to where I finished the month off at the end of that month in regards to customers and things like that, and then trying to raise that standard and raise that bar each month, because basically my goals each month are for 5 customers and 2 new teamies, with 3 as being my stretch goal for team. And I usually, sometimes that doesn't always work out, especially with team, but I was setting the same goals every month. So now I kind of realize that, just try and add that 1 extra customer or 1 extra teamie, or 5 overall customers in your team, just to try and grow and build your business with a bit more momentum. So are you halfway through towards your goal for this month? If your goal of 5 customers, are you sitting at 2 or 3 customers for the month? If not, what do you need to do to try and get that up and running, and to make it happen, and to make you feel successful, and that you've achieved something at the end of the month, not just feeling like, oh, well, I wrote that goal down, it didn't happen, but I'll try again next month. I think that's a really important thing. What are you going to do for this last week of the month to try and make you reach your goals, so that you can feel proud about yourself at the end of the month that you've hit those targets, and not just sit back and think, oh, well, let's just try again next month. Like, reach out to those people who are on your chicken list, or set yourself a challenge of sending 2 or 3 direct messages to people. I was saying to one of the new girls today, I think it was Beck actually who's on the call, that, don't look at it as if it's you're trying to get team, and don't come across from that point of view where people can feel and sense that you're like in that desperate situation. Just come from a space of caring, and know that we have such an amazing opportunity right on our laps, that we want to get out there and share with as many people as we can, that feel as though it's your duty, this is your job to share this opportunity with so many people. There's so many people out there struggling with health and wealth, and we have an opportunity, and we're all on a mission to share that with as many people as we can. So if you kind of change that mindset, and of course when you're new into the business, you're not going to really have that strong belief built up about the community or the industry or the product, whatever that might be, but the way that you can build that is by listening to Zooms, by jumping on events weekly, listening to recordings, hearing so many different people share their stories on not only how the products help them, but also how the business has helped them. And if you're doing that weekly, that's definitely going to build up your belief in all of those areas, but also to help you with the verbiage, so that you feel a lot more comfortable when you're sharing this, and people can sense that kind of excitement that you have in your voice, rather than that desperation of, I need 1 more customer to reach my goals for this month, come across as, hey, I couldn't help to think that this could be something that, we all know the direct message link and the verbiage around that. So I definitely, go back onto your virtual office, see how you're going with team and customers and things like that, and then get into action for that last week so that you can feel proud at the end of the month that you know that you've put in 110% to reach those goals for the month. Don't just sit back and think if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and I'll try again next month, because that's not how your business is going to grow. And have a look at your KPIs, like click on your KPIs on your virtual office, scroll down to the bottom where you see the graphs, and your business, if you're wanting it to grow and get momentum and to be successful, it really needs to be increasing every single month. It needs to be going up. Your pay needs to be going up. Your customers, your overall customers, your pay line, you know, all of that really needs to be going up. Yeah, fair enough. Like, there are times in the year, like we all know, December is really hard for your business to kind of grow and take that next step up, because people are thinking about Christmas and money might not be as available to them because they've got so many other things that they need to spend their money on. But apart from that, you know, we really should be just lifting our looking at our reports and keeping an eye on that and making sure that that is growing every single month. But if you're not on track, don't feel frustrated and don't feel disempowered about it. Just use that as fuel to dig deeper, to think, you know, like I said, right, what can I do? I'm going to send direct messages. I'm going to scroll through Messenger. If you're not using the grid or the team tracker, which I totally recommend because it saves you wasting time going through Messenger. If those of you who are new aren't sure what I'm talking about with the grid and the team tracker, just let me know and I can tag you in that and point you in the right direction of where to find that. But I definitely recommend using that. Also, another thing that you want to be looking at this time of the month with only a week to go is declines, because for those of you who are trying to stay qualified or who might be hitting qualification for the first time, you really want to get all those declines fixed up by the end of the month, because if those payments aren't actually going through and they're declining, those points, you're not getting paid for that, for one, and those points aren't going through your business. So that could mean, you know, qualifying or not, especially if you're always every month just on the borderline of that 1800 and you don't have much excess. It's really important to fix up your 3 declines instead of trying to go out and find 3 new customers when you've only got 2 or 3 days to go. Your customer genealogy report will be where you can find those declines, and in the column there'll be a D, and basically that means declined, and you can just follow up with your customer. I use the kind of soft approach because some people, you know, maybe they haven't got the money right now or something, and I always just tend to ask if they have changed bank account details. That's a really easy way to let them know that their payment hasn't actually gone through, and I'm just wondering if you've changed bank accounts or something, and, you know, that's just a nice way. That's how I always do it. So I think that's probably it for the, you know, how you can go about finishing off your month strong. Also, we have the TDE challenge, which Kylie has set up for this month. And so I'm pretty sure you all know about that. And I think we have around 15 people who are eligible to be in the winning for that. If you don't know about TDE, it's a really amazing personalised company that personalised, like, passport holders, little tote bags. There's so many different things, so it's really cool. So definitely be worth, if you're, you know, so close to qualifying for this month, I'd definitely just get that extra bit of hustle on so that you can go into the draw for winning that as well, because that's pretty cool. There's also going to be a customer care chart, which I don't think Kira has actually put up yet, but I was actually thinking about doing one, and then she said that she was going to do it. So I'm like, okay, yes, I'm being lazy. Utilising resources, as Linda always says, us leaders need to be resourceful, and I'm sure she's going to do an amazing one. So it'll be really good. It's basically like a chart for all of your customers, so you can go through step by step and tick off, you know, 5 days or whenever they receive their shipment, and then what you need to do in that first week, and then the second week, and then the month after. She's also going to put some links in there as well, which I think will be really cool, because then we can flick them a link, because it's all about adding value, right? We don't want to just connect them to the product and then leave them, because that's when they're not going to be raving fans, because we're not adding value into them every week or month as the time goes on, and we could lose them. And as we all know, it's so much easier to keep a customer and get that second box of product sent out to them rather than trying to find another customer. So an interesting thing that I learned at an MD school as well was that 80% of customers cancel between that first and second box. So, you know, if you can really get them onto that second box, then it tends to lessen the percentage after that. So, you know, once they've hit that second box, the likelihood of them cancelling goes down to, I think it was 20 or 30%. So if you can kind of keep them happy with everything, let them know that you're their first port of call. If they're having any issues and things like that, please reach out to me. I'm here to help you, you know, have all those little messages set up when they order, so that they know that you're there on their health journey. And then just flick them some recipes and stuff like that every now and again, or a little, you know, there's so many images out there about the benefits of lemon, which is what I sent my customers out yesterday. I just did just get your customer genealogy report, print it out, get your highlighter, and then I just go through, send them a message. They're all getting the same one, obviously, and then just highlight it when I've done it, so that haven't missed anyone. It literally takes 5 minutes, and you know, it's just a really nice way, I think, to reconnect. Sometimes you don't hear back from them and they don't say thanks or anything, but that's okay. You know, don't worry too much about what you're going to get back. It's what we're giving to them, and just giving them that, going that little bit further. So when that customer care chart comes out, I'll put that onto our team page. We are in the process as well, Kylie and I, of doing or organising a videographer, and he's also a / photographer, and we're going to do some professional videos. So we'll fill you in a little bit more about that. But we're hoping to get him to the 90-day game plan so that we can get some really awesome footage. And so obviously the more of our team that we have there would be awesome. And then, you know, we can all feature on it and just do group things. He's basically just going to be filming for the whole, I don't know how long we're going to get him for yet, but then he'll just take snippets of bits and pieces, and we're trying to make it really powerful. There's going to be some of us sharing stories of our journey, whether it be to do with the product or the business and things like that, and we're going to collaborate it all into trying to get it down to like a 3-minute video, so that we can all use this to send out to potentials who show an interest. So I think that will be really, really cool. Kylie and I really connected with a girl down there called Angie, who's in Kate and Anthony's team. She has a really awesome page called Mummy's Being Awesome, I think it is. Yeah, and so check it out if you haven't checked it out. It is obviously based on mamas, so for, you know, those of you who aren't, it might not be exactly, you know, you might not relate to it, but she has a really good concept around it, and you can click on the video and see the kind of stuff that she's doing. She's so awesome. Like, I think she's going to get to NMD this month or the month after. And when we were looking at when they were going through the reports and we were really pulling them apart, she said to me, oh my God, do you know, I've probably checked my reports like 3 times the whole time I've been in this business. So I was like, wow, and you're just about to go NMD? She's like, yeah, I think so. But that just goes to show that's not important to her. And she's just been so focused on helping other mums out there to be able to create exactly what she's been able to create. So I thought that was pretty cool. She's really down to earth and she's really nice, and she really helped us. You know, she was so happy to be really open and share what's working for her. So we really got a lot out of that. Yeah, and we also got this, which is I'm going to do up. I think it's a really easy visual way for you girls and guys to track how your business is going. So at the top it says 2 to survive, 3 to thrive. But then it's just got the month, and then this is obviously for team. And then you can write your teamies' names in for the month of July, the first one, the second one, and the third one. But it just gives you a good little snapshot overall. It's a year on one page, which I think is really good. And you can see where you've had those quiet kind of times and where you've kind of got that momentum going, and look back and see what you might have done different to get those 3 teamies to be able to fill those spaces. So that I think that's going to be really good. Some of you might not like it because you can get access to that obviously on your VO, but I like to have things just on paper sometimes, all in the one place. So the other last thing I wanted to talk about was the Amigas. So there's actually going to be a launch on the 5th of September is when we're going to have access to them and when we're going to be able to put the orders through. But I definitely suggest, like, start posting now, start attracting that curiosity and creating that interest, and say in your post that you're taking pre-orders now. There's only 2,500 boxes of Amigas coming over here. So when you think about it, like, there's 5,000 teamies in freestyle. So Celine really recommended, and obviously, like everyone, all the franchisees are going to be getting onto the Amigas. So you want to be, if you have customer orders all ready to go, I would recommend, and I need to add that to our little customer order message that we send to people. I'll just add the Amigas, or you guys can do that. We've got the prices and stuff, and get all of their details and let them know that the money will be coming out of their bank account on the 5th, and just let them know that we are limited with stock right now. So if they were really keen to get it, you know, to give them all your details now so that you can put that through first thing. The order form, do you mean the paper order form, Trace?
Yeah, what was it? Oh my God, Celine said that there's an order form that we fill out, and I just haven't been able to find it yet.
Oh, okay, that might not be up, but I'm thinking I'm just going to be doing the orders the same way as we usually do our other capsule orders, leak orders. It'll just be through Messenger, and you can just add that, add the Amigas to the price list. Is that what you mean? Or do you mean like actual paper order form that we're filling out to send to them?
My sound's really fun, Gordon. I can't hear when I don't have my headphones in, but my headphones don't have a speaker on it, so I can't talk. Apparently there's, Celine wrote yesterday saying keep an eye out on your VO for the order form. So yeah. I don't know if that's,
yeah.
I don't know if I should be doing something different because I've already got some orders for it.
Yeah. No, that's all right. How do you usually put the orders through? Do you use a paper order form, like email it to them, or? Yeah, message. Yeah. So I wouldn't worry too much about that paper order form. We've got the prices. Have we put that? Yeah, I think Kylie took a photo of that sheet that we got with the prices and stuff. So what I'm thinking of doing is just with our, you know, that message, the order form that we send through Messenger, we can just add to all the options of where they tick which one they want. We can just add the Amigas, and I think it's $50 a month. So this is actually them if anyone hasn't seen them. They're exactly the same size as the other capsules, but they're, I don't know if you can see, they're really cool. So they're pretty much see-through, and then you can just see all the liquid and stuff inside them. And they actually taste really good. Like, you can taste, I think it must be the pomegranate or something that's in it, or it could be the raspberry seed oil, but they're, yeah, they actually taste nice. I saw Fiona Marsh had put a video up of her boys actually eating these, like chewing them like lollies and eating them. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I could do that, because if they pop, they'd be pretty oily. But they have things like pomegranate seed oil, raspberry seed oil, sea buckthorn berry oil, tomato seed oil, algae oil, safflower seed oil. So they're the things that we have in it. And obviously it just comes in a 2-pack box like this, like the berries. So that's a 4-month supply. 2 of each every day. The capsules are made of tapioca. The capsule casing is made of tapioca root, apparently, and it's obviously vegan. And it's basically harvest from the algae, so they're skipping out the middle guy, which is the fish, going straight to the plant source to get their algae from, their source of omegas. And I think the difference between our omega capsules and what other things are on the market, because there is actually vegan omegas on the market, but they're only omega-3s, whereas ours are omega-3, 5, 6, 7 and 9. So I think in that respect it's a one of a kind for that. And then they've used a really low heat technology to seal the capsule so that it doesn't mess with any of the nutrients and stuff inside. And like someone was asking me the other day, what do omegas actually do? Like when people ask, you know, what's it good for? It's basically good for your eyes, which is your vision, and then your brain function. Omegas are really, really good for brain function. And skin apparently, and joints. Omega, I think it's 6 and 9 are really good for the joint, and also our heart health. So, you know, they're pretty powerful little things. They're 100% non-GMO. They're gluten-free. I'm not sure, it says gluten-free on the information that I was reading, but I'm not sure if we can claim gluten-free in Australia or not. I'm not 100% sure on that. And there's no artificial colours, flavours, preservatives, and no added starch. So, yeah, hopefully that just gives everyone a little bit more of an idea of what the omegas are about. We are going to have a lot of questions when we're reaching out and having conversations with people. But if you just do a search on our Team Believe page and just type in omegas, there's 3 video, or actually I did the search on the Freestyle page, but I know we have some of it in ours as well. I think there's 3 short videos that only go for a minute or something, so you know, you can send those out to your potentials. And then there's about 3 or 4 flyers that we have as well that has some of that information on it. And they're all cold pressed oils as well, all the seeds and stuff like that are all cold pressed, so the nutrients are, you know, really strong and dense. So hopefully that gives you guys a little bit more of an understanding around that, and I'm sure we'll all learn as we go along. So that was all that I wanted to cover tonight. Does anyone have any questions around the omegas or anything else that we've spoke about, or is there anything that's kind of come up in the last week or so? No, everyone's going good? Kylie, did you have anything that you wanted to share?
No, I was just going to mention again about the TDE, but you already did that at the beginning, so that's good, just to have people in that. I guess, I know Tanika's done a post about our opt-in page, and she shared a little bit with you guys tonight. You know, Tanika and I are obviously investing into that with the videographer and taking that on board as the leaders of Team Believe. But we have some ideas for the page name, and I'd love for you guys to put your ideas in there. You know, I said to Tanika today, maybe people are a little bit unsure about putting their, you know, idea in there. They might be like, oh, wait for somebody else to do it, but please don't do that. No idea is a silly idea, and you might think that the name that we've got is, like, why would you even call it that? And to be honest, the name I've got it from ideas from Adam Westwick. So who knows if that's amazing. It's a guy and we're female. So would love for you guys to share. You know, this team is all about all of us, and it's, you know, a place that you can bring your potentials to. So it needs to resonate. It's not going to probably resonate with absolutely everyone. We're not going to keep everybody happy, but we would love your feedback on it. Would be really appreciated. And I think the only thing that I would love, I guess as a leader and moving forward, is just for you guys to, you know, be open with us as to what you would love to see more of. You know, what would you like to see more of in our training? You know, because Tanika and I obviously think of things, we share stuff, but maybe there's something that you're like, I really wish they'd do this. You know, put those things up to us, you know, because we get stuck sometimes as to what do you really need. And the only other things is ideas around, you know, team recognition, team training. You know, what things would you love to see happen within Team Believe? Maybe some things you're seeing in other teams, you know, that's what we got a lot out of leadership with. And, you know, some things that's why we're doing the video, because we're like, wow, that's amazing. But you guys are in other pages sometimes and other, you know, Zooms, and you might see things and be like, you know, I really wish our team did that. It looks amazing. We'd love for you guys to share that, because we obviously can't see and be everywhere. So I think that's the only thing. I would just love to know more of what you guys would like from us so we can serve you better, because that's obviously our job as leaders, is to be able to serve you and raise you all up at the same time.
So is there anything that you girls can think of now? Oh, Rowan, sorry, I keep saying girls, but we do have a few guys. Yeah, we would love to know, is there anything that you can think of off the top of your head that you've been thinking, I would really love the girls to do this, or we should be doing more of this, or is everyone happy with the way things are going? Or yeah, we'd love to kind of hear some feedback, because when nobody says anything, we either presume that you're all happy with what we're doing and how we're kind of trying to lead you guys from the front. But in another way, it's like, well, maybe they're too scared to say something, and that's not what we want. We're hoping that we've created by now a pretty authentic, open, equal slate for everyone, that you feel comfortable letting us know, good or bad. We're really open to constructive criticism. Is like, I think it's a good thing, because we're not going to be taking it personal, and it lets us know how you guys are feeling. So is there anything? Speak up. Everything's good. Just thumbs up. Okay, we must be doing a good job then. Thanks, Tracy. Yeah,
Pat on the back.
That's good. It is nice to have some feedback sometimes when everyone's silent. It's like, oh, okay. But no, hopefully we've created that relationship. We all love you guys, and you all should know that by now, whether you're doing a little or a lot, or going a million miles an hour or not. Like, everyone's different, and we all are totally understanding of that. So we're proud of every one of you, and especially to the ones who have been in the business for a while. You know, they keep plodding along and doing the do, and you know who I'm talking about, because we had a conversation last week. But I'm so proud that, yeah, you girls are just sticking with it. You haven't lost the vision. You see the big picture. You know this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, but you can see the big picture of what this can actually be, and you're just chipping away at it, and that's awesome. You're going to be the ones that are here at the end being successful. All right, everyone. Well, we might finish up there so you guys can all jump off. Yes, Trace, there's no hope in it. It's going to happen. And hopefully everyone's got their 90-day game plan tickets, because seriously, like, we're not just saying this to, I don't know, impress you or whatever, but you will honestly get so much out of it, and you'll get so much more direction and focus on exactly what you need to be focusing on to finish the year off strong. So it goes for one day, but there's so much in there. You'll get so much out of it, and it's good for us all to catch up to, and it's right on our doorstep, so we're pretty lucky. And it's on a Saturday, so we're thinking of just going out for dinner or drinks or whatever afterwards as well, just to catch up. So all right, guys, except it's not on Bianca or Rebecca's doorstep, but they are actually coming up. So yay! Oh. That'll be so good. So excited for everyone to meet.
Can't wait.
Yes, it's going to be so good. I haven't even met you in like real life yet.
I know. I feel like I've known you for ages.
Yeah, exactly. All right, girls and guys, thank you so much for your time tonight, and we'll chat soon.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.